Happy Easter, everyone. Another video, another update. This update is all about cut, copy, paste, and delete. Okay, so we'll get right into it. And I've been playing around with that functionality now, and I've been copying and pasting various UI elements between views, so all my views are consistent. Obviously with different colored backgrounds and font colors and whatnot, but you get the idea. Yeah. Okay. So I'll pick a view. Pick a view, any view. I'll pick this one. So top of screen, we have system date and time and a rectangle, and I've placed all those UI elements inside a grid. I've made the grid the same size as the rectangle. The rectangle just is there to provide a very low opacity value, just so that that top bar stands out from the background. The rectangle is set to white, I believe. Yep, set to white with a very low opacity percentage. Okay. And like I said, that just makes it stand out. So if I want to use that for other views, let's say a wall view, for example, I just simply go in and I hit copy. I'm in the wall view. I'll move the wheel here. Actually, let me enable canvas lock just so that we don't go off screen. I'm not going to do anything with the wheel for this test. And I'm just going to hit paste in place, which is new. That's brand new. So what that has done has pasted those 4 UI elements into the original location from where I copied them from. And as you can see, it's pasted them to the top. It has pasted all the animations. And when I hit save and it displays the view, there you can see the date and time animating exactly the same as the view from where I copied them from. So now I'm going to copy a rather large set of UI elements, starting at stack 1. And that contains all of this: the developer, the publisher, the ESRB, ratings, notes, etc. Okay, so that's the top level parent. I'm going to hit copy. I'm going to hit paste in place again, because for consistency I want it in exactly the same location, which it did. Okay. Yeah. I should have done this up front. All right. So far, so good. And then as for the selected video, I'll take that too. Again, paste in place. And then one more. This one's box art. There you go. Now it gives you a warning when you're pasting items across views or themes, and it's saying, hey, you know, you've got conditions placed on the items you just pasted. Just revisit them and make sure they're referring to the correct items. So we have, and it's not, because we already have ESRB, I think is, let's see, that's image. We're using multiple images in here, so you have to be very careful. So image 5, I think, was the arcade cabinet image. Yep. So let's see, double click. So image 5 is collapsed unless image 5 file exists. All right. And I'll explain why I have to do this. All right. That's image 5 and image 4. There should be referencing image 5, which is the arcade cabinet image. There. File exists is yes. All right. Now the reason why I had to do that is because this view already contained images. I pasted this details page first, and this has images in there. And so they would have been named, you know, image 2, image 3, that's image 1. I'm sure I've got some others in here somewhere. But my point being is they would have already been utilized, and then pasting this second, it had images named, you know, X and Y. It could have been image 1 and 2, for example. Well, they already exist. They've already been used. So it will essentially rename those elements to make them unique. And therefore, if you have a condition that refers to another UI element and not a metadata field, well, then that will be wrong. Okay, so I'm just letting you know why that warning popped up and why I had to rework the conditions here. So let me hit save. And as you can see, we pretty much have everything replicated from this view. Okay, now I could have just gone in and copied the view and just pasted it directly over, but I wanted to demonstrate the ability to copy multiple UI elements from one view to another. Okay, and like I said, you can delete multiple. So again, I've clicked on the parent, but let's say I want to click on genre. Maybe I'm not happy with genre. I want to recreate the whole genre line. Okay, or I want to present genre in a completely different manner, maybe with images as opposed to text. So I can just click on the parent, which contains all of these UI elements. I can just simply hit delete and boom. Okay, that parent and all its nested UI elements has been blown away, and it's no longer part of this overall structure. All right, so that's deleting multiple UI elements. And again, you know, undo works and we can pull it back. Or maybe I like how genre has been made up in here, and I wish to kind of paste that into a completely different view. Maybe I don't want all this information. I just want to go after genre and play modes, for example. So again, I can just simply copy the parent, which is this doc4 containing all this stuff, and then I can go in and say, hey, you know, paste. All right. I'm trying to grab the parent so I can move it. Easier said than done. I can just lock all of that. Now I can cheat and pick it up. Yeah, so there you go. So that's how you can copy or cut or delete a subset of an overall structure. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and delete. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have some performance issues to resolve when pasting a large collection of items such as this, and I do have a couple of glitches when this element list gets loaded. It hasn't occurred while doing this video, but it does occasionally glitch out where the parent may be in a different group and the children are kind of stranded in a totally different group. Fortunately, that didn't pop up in this video, but it does happen during my testing. So, you know, those kind of things just need to be resolved, obviously. But again, I just wanted to show that you can copy multiple UI elements from one place to another. Cut, paste in place, which is very important, and delete. So if, you know, I know with the existing themes that you've created using the theme creator, you've got individual UI elements all over the place. You know, obviously parent or control elements are not present in the forum build. So it's going to take a bit of rework to get them into you know, what I consider parent controls, just so that, you know, you can standardize the look and feel of certain things like this, like a informational panel, for example. But once you're done, you know, and then obviously when you want to make future enhancements or potentially copy that theme and transform it into another theme, you're not doing a great deal of rework. Some of those assets are already configured the way that you would want them in your next theme. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I had to show. I did actually use the whole parent control thing for this little intro. It was quite useful. So I was able to create my original logo in white and then essentially clone it in different colors and animate those accordingly. So that worked out rather well. So you end up having that effect. So yeah, that's the first time I've actually used parent controls in a little intro. But anyway, I hope you like that. Like I said, I do have some little bugs and glitches to resolve, but this should make your life a lot easier. All right, a hell of a lot easier. and I've been using it now for a couple of weeks. Got a couple of guys that have been using it for a week or so, and so far so good. But yeah, that's it. The next thing I plan to work on is let me see. Back to adorners. I want to be able to resize UI elements with the mouse and rotate them and whatnot. But obviously I want to get these glitches out of the way first before I start tackling that. And then the very last item for this build is to integrate the new wall view or wall view wheel into this build. So there's a lot of properties involved there, or new properties that I need to consider, and I haven't looked at any of it, to be honest. So it's going to be completely new to me. I just know that it's been heavily reworked, and there's a few guys playing around with what it can do, and the results are really cool. So if I can support that in some kind of shape or form in this build, that'll be great, and then I can always enhance that experience for a future release. All right, but yeah, bug fixes, performance issues, and adorner work will be the next set of changes for this build, and so hopefully I'll have something to demonstrate in 2 weeks. All right. So until then, enjoy the rest of your Easter, and I'll see you in 2 weeks or so. Okay? Have a good one, everyone.